What's up, everybody? Brandon Neal here, founder of Freedom Wealth, and I have a scenario for you guys today. So it's your last day on earth, and you take a walk outside and you're just taking in the beauty of the sun and the breeze in your hair and the birds chirping, and you begin reflecting on what you value most from your experience here on earth. So I want you to answer that question and then ask yourself, are you on the path to reach what you say you value most by the time you reach your last day here on earth? Because I think it's really easy to get caught up in the day-to-day hustle of trying to get to wherever you're going and lose sight of what your ultimate goal is and what you really value, because there's all these little things that are drawing on your attention, and a lot of times in day-to-day life it's hard to figure out if those are the important things or if they really don't mean much. It just seems important in the moment. And one thing that I heard recently was very impactful for me, and it was how you fill a jar. So if you put the small things such as sand in a jar first, there's no room for the big things. But if you put your rocks, which signify the big important things in your life, in the jar, there's still space to put in those small things. So really all that's saying is shift what you're focusing on. If you focus on all the small things all the time, you're never going to have any room in your life to focus on the big things that matter. And the big things are what you're going to reflect on once you reach that last day here on earth. The reason I bring you this topic is because I was in a place not too long ago where I wasn't doing the important things to me and what I wanted to be able to say on my last day on earth. I got so caught up in trying to be successful and just taking every opportunity that was brought in front of me to kind of put my name out there and reach different achievements. But ultimately, if you're not happy with what you're doing, none of those achievements mean anything. And so that's why I had to ask myself this question. And then I started reflecting, and I was able to come up with 6 keys to being and living a blissful life. The first one is appreciate where you are in life. It's so easy to look at someone else's life or look at where you want to be in life and think you're so far from it and get upset. But one of my favorite sayings is, don't compare your step 3 to someone else's step 20, because you don't know what it looked like for them when they were at step 3. You might be ahead of where they were, but if you're looking at their end product versus your starting product, obviously you're going to feel like you're an inferior person, but realistically, it's probably not true. Number 2 for finding a bliss life, get excited about where you're going in life, because if where you're trying to get to doesn't excite you, then why are you trying to get there? So show a little passion, get excited for what you're doing. Realize the journey is the prize. We're always so focused on reaching somewhere, but then once we get to that place, now we start looking to reach a higher point or something completely different. So I want you guys to realize the journey of getting to those places is really the prize, because like I just said, that end goal is always moving. So it can't ever be the prize, because as soon as you get it, you want something new. So relish the journey. And while you're on that journey and you're striving for whatever your goal is, remember to spend time with your loved ones. It's too easy to get caught up in reaching these milestones and forget about who's important to you and really neglect those relationships. So I want you guys to make sure that you're always spending time with your loved ones. Actually, after you get off this video, finish the video first, but once you get off this video, I want you to go and call the 3 people that are most important to you and tell them you love them. Because it's too often we think they know these things, but we don't ever verbalize it. So do that for me. Give yourself the occasional lazy day. You know, like you get so caught up and you just keep grinding and grinding, but really what it does is it burns you out, and then you can't produce at the same level you would be able to if you just took an occasional day off. So it's okay to give yourself a lazy day. And when I say give yourself a lazy day, don't give yourself a lazy day but then still sit there and kind of do work, because that doesn't really refresh you. When you take your lazy day, don't even think about work. Just go enjoy time with those loved ones or whatever is your favorite thing to do. Go do it. And the final thing that I have for living a bliss life is learn to say no. That was my biggest problem, that I was saying yes to everything because they're all great opportunities, but just because an opportunity is great doesn't mean it's great for you, because you have to figure out where you're trying to go. And if these opportunities don't help you where you're trying to go, then it's not ultimately that great. And if these opportunities do help you where you're trying to go, but they're making you miserable, is it really worth it? That's a question that you have to be able to answer. And that's something that I had to take a step back and look at and realize that maybe it really wasn't worth it. Living a bliss life is something that you have to be very intentional about and continually keep working on yourself to figure out if you are still in balance with that blissfulness. But if you really want to get the most out of life and have a good perspective on your last day here on earth, then it's something that you need to do. I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and if it was, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our website, freedomwealth.org. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and the biggest one is please, please, please share this content with somebody that you think it will help.